Good morning, y'all. Just came back from watching the Michael Jackson documentary and movie, and I just wanted to come online and discuss the takeaways that I got through the movie. By the way, the movie was Word to My Mother. And if you haven't watched the movie yet, please click off this video because I know some people don't like spoiler alerts. So, before I even get into discussions, let me hit this move real quick. Reaching out to I had to hit that. I had to hit that. One of my biggest takeaways from, watching the documentary, what Michael endured in his childhood, like this is why it's important to have a childhood because when he was teens, early 20s, he was still buying kids stuff, kids books, which nothing is wrong with that, but the way he was just obsessed with like kids things that you would do as a kid because he didn't have that. I'm not the biggest Michael Jackson fan, but I do like some of his music and his music is like wonderful. But that doesn't hide the fact that like he had a late development when it came to, buying children and child stuff. And now, finding out after the movie he had allegations with child abuse or child something. Okay. It was sexual abuse allegations that came around the 1990s and the early 2000s. And I'm not saying that he did it or he did not, but it kind of makes sense because his late development movie, he was like 24 or something like that. And he was just buying a lot of he was buying a lot of toys and all that stuff. I'm 22 years old. Like, I'm not buying kids toys or whatnot. I barely play PlayStation that I have. And I see a lot of people blame the dad, but the dad helped in a way. Like the dad, I feel like what the dad should have done, it should have been 50-50. He should have let Michael have his childhood and he should have let him also know how to work and work hard because his dad got him in that work, his hard work took over and the Michael just took off in his career. So do you remember the dad whenever the dad was like always begging Michael or not begging, he told Michael to sit down, let's rehearse, let's do this, let's do that. Michael ended up being like that later on in his life and that's why like his creativity and perfection came out. Like in the scene in the movie you will see that it was a couple of things where he was like, no, I don't like it like that. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom out. No, cut. Something like he ended up being what his father raised him to be. So you have to give credit to the dad. But moral of the story, let your kids be kids. Please. Lucky for Michael, he was able to use it in a positive way. Now when you see generations right now, because it's 2026, a lot of kids are being YNs and they don't even know their whole ABCs. So let your kids be kids, please.